to help me to be strong, solid person. Try and help my people. I was thirsty. I was desperate for Jesus. My name is Angela from Wadeye. My tribe is Yaknangu tribe. I was brought up here in Wadeye. Dad and mom, but then when I was 6 years old, they took me to the convent. And that's where the girls' dormitory was. The nuns was good to us, looking after us, caring for us. But before us, we've been missing our mom and dad and grandparents. We loved school. I was interested in reading, in stories, writing and maths, and learning about, catechism. When the church bells ring, start to get ready to go to church. In my 20s, I start to turn back from God. I used to play cards and never went to church much. When my brother and his wife, they used to go to this AA and Helen program. Took me 2 years to say no to my brother and my sister-in-law. But later on I said I'll go and try. And that's where I start to learn to look at myself. When I changed my life, going back, there was a lot of support for me to help myself so that I can help with the young people. So I'm making it to Saviour's 1 tree. When the partner with their wives, and we usually clinic call us, and the priest take them, Saviours, take care of them, mom and kids. So I love, to help with the mothers, to encourage them. Take care of their families, not just families, but extended families and his tribe. So this is the thing that we want our people, young people, to have that wisdom, knowledge, to have that strong faith, to teach their children when they grow up and get married, and then they can look after the kids of their own and teach them to be strong.
He now brings us together to one table and asks us to do what he did.
Love God, love our neighbors. Because God forgave us, He sent His Son to save us. Because of our sin, He died for us. So God will forgive us. And we should forgive this person. Some people, they don't really forgive one another. So they still, fighting, argument, and sometimes they don't talk to each other. Jesus was telling us to forgive people. When I read this story about Jesus and Samaritan woman, a spirit was thirsty. Families and friends, they came along. And Jesus himself was a living water that he gave them. It's like they drinking that water. Good spirit, all that good spirit come into their life. Have people to have that faith, good things in their life. And now they're growing to be strong for themselves in a caring, sharing, follow His footstep, yeah. What the Lord wants us to do, God.